The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Jakeem Grant now to return. And he returns this to the 22.
Return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Catch made right side by Wilson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Wilson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Kenyon Drake certainly kind of a little more keyed up for this one. Remember, he was traded by the Dolphins to the Cardinals at midseason last year in the middle of the Dolphins restructuring, shall we say. And in 3.5 years in South Florida, Drake ran for better than 1,500 yards with 15 total touchdowns. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 more yards.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Kenyon Drake on the carry.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
Brings up 3rd down.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Miami.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
A gain of 18.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco, sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space, and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the handoff, this is Breida, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal.
A 27-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Burke on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's into the clear. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
2
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Murray. He dumps it off to Drake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Murray. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
1st down, Murray. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who could...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by the rookie, Noah Igbenogany. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home, yeah.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Looking sideline, incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The shotgun, Breida, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
He's brought down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Tua. Dancing to his left. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Tua. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
A gain of 4.
Well, it's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right back to Drake. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and
here's Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
good for a Cardinal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one.
2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Play fake. Murray. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
39-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let... And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Donald Parham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Murray now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
6-yard line.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Lead, and they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Murray's pass.
7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
37-yard line.
This one caught by Isabella. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back at the 47-yard line.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
2 and now on first down. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this play a lot like the previous one. Thanks to that stout Cardinal defense, back-to-back they've been tackled behind the line.
And it's
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
a gain of 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They run forward, Breida. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw is Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and...
He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Dolphins, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to